need to issue a couple of corrections and make an apology. I had stated in a video that I had made regarding this channel that I had never made negative reference to another channel in any of my videos. Well, before being attacked by this channel and others, I hadn't. But when someone walked into my daughter's work and threatened her and threatened our family, yeah. And after everything didn't pan out in the Electoral College like I had predicted it would, this channel made a video saying, "What now?" using my name, David Martin. At the time, I only had 800 subs. It was no big deal. And then she had changed it to "What Now Florida Maquis" after I changed that as well. Now, it's not on her page anymore. And she probably deleted it because it was a bunch of, nonsense from a long time ago. Point being, I had made the statement that I had never attacked another channel, and she did actually. It was in the description of this video, pro-Trump advertisers, that I did, in fact, put that in the description. So, apology to her for that. It was a very ugly time in my life. I don't necessarily have an issue with her using profane language. It's her channel. She can do whatever she wants. I'm a big fan of that. Being able to, your channel to be your channel, and you choose the direction it goes, and you choose the direction of the conversation in the comments as well. That's, it's like, to my mind, a YouTube channel is like private property. When you put up the content and you are the one driving, what's being talked about, you should not allow just random people to come in and hijack the conversation. So, apology to her for that. I am going to go in and change that. I just wanted to be very upfront, very honest about that. It was out there. Someone had actually gone to her channel and said that I had called her a rude fuck. Never said that. And that particular person is no longer going to be participating in conversations on my channel. You go to somebody else and lie about me, that's going to get you on my shit list real fucking quick. And yeah, I'm probably going to use a little profane language today because that's just not necessary. And I'm not going to get into this war with people and other channels. I've avoided it like the plague. Point being, that this girl, I'll still say, is probably, for my money, the best voice on YouTube. Bar none. Even in this, where she kind of, attacks me a little bit, I was almost, rolling on the floor. It's hilarious. I mean, she is, very, very good at what she does. She's got, another guy had mentioned that she has a voice for talk radio. I really, honest to God, think she would be an incredible talent on the radio. I think she would be very, very popular, and I would for sure tune in. Anyway, and in case anybody wants to know what this was about, this was just about Maquis operations, about how you could... And now remember, at this time, somebody had walked into my daughter's work, IRL, in real life, and threatened her over my videos on YouTube. So yeah, I'm like, okay, you want to screw with me? I'll screw with you back. And so was the root of all this. Not to rehash the whole Electoral College thing, but that was the issue. That I personally knew 3 electors from Florida that had every intention of not voting for Mr. Trump. And in the run-up right to it, there were so many death threats and there was so much violence going on, especially in Florida, that they had to just say, look, we were going to do this, but we can't. I mean, my experience with my daughter was, not unique. Like, if we fear for our lives. If we would stand up and say, look, we're not going to vote for this guy. And that, played itself out across the country. My allegation with 26 sitting Republican senators that were openly against the man, Republican senators, over 50 members of the House of Representatives, Republicans, were against the man. Almost half of the sitting Republican governors across the country were against the man. So, that was the basis of the allegation on my channel. And having a little bit of an inside that I can mention now that I couldn't mention then. that this was going to happen. So, long story short, still, I'm going to recommend supporting Are You Ready For It? That YouTube has decided to go after her channel and block and demonetize her videos is ridiculous. She has never dealt in conspiracy theory. She knows her shit, and she speaks fact. And she speaks truth. The video that she did before this, literally exactly everything I believe. I watched it again. Didn't take any issue whatsoever. Not even with her language about it, because it pisses me off too. You know, I've just had to learn to tone down. She doesn't, and I think that's a good thing. But, you know, I did one video, and I've deleted it a long time ago, where I did a rant about the guy and his flip-flopping and his breaking of his word and all this other stuff that he had done, all the bankruptcies and all the people he'd screwed over and all this kind of stuff. But I'm not going to rehash all that. Point being, you know, Are You Ready For It? Does really, really good work, and support her if you can. She's got Kindbox. It's a wrist disease. Great channel. And one thing I am going to do, and just to show you real quick, I don't know if I showed you this before, but I did do this. You know, it was a long time ago. So, you know, over a year. I wanted to, she had said that there's no way to block anybody on YouTube. There absolutely is. There absolutely is, and I don't know if she knows how to do this or not, so I'm just going to go through it. And you go to your Creator Studio, you go down to Community, you go to Community Settings, and over here you have filters. Now, I have 2 moderators, and this goes back to the issue with the Fitzgerald and McCain. And there were a lot of guys trying to change the direction of the discussion in the comments. And you see this all the time. So I had these 2 guys set as moderators that they could, if they saw something like this happening, they could throw comments into my held for review file. And then I could go through and I could cherry pick, okay, that's okay, but that's not, and then allow those things to be posted. You also have what they call approved users, that no matter what those users would say, that you could, no, I don't have any, but they would automatically be approved. And then you have what they call hidden users. And I have a giant list. During the Electoral College, I had hundreds and hundreds because of all of the trolls. And so I have a whole bunch in this list here. And all you got to do is go in here and then type their name and, you know, or click the link to their channel and put them in here. And none of their comments will ever show up. They will think their comments are showing up. But if they would log out of YouTube and they would look, they would see that their comments aren't there. So that's why they're called hidden users. And so you can absolutely do that. You can absolutely do that, and they'll end up in a held for review file. You also have this thing down here called blocked words. And anybody who would use these type of words like deep state or snowflake or, you know, all of the classic Trumpanzee, you know, go-tos, you know, you'll end up in the held for review folder. And then I'll look through the, you know, comments, and I'll decide whether something's appropriate or not, and then either delete it or not. So, and this is block links. Anything with a hashtag or a URL is going to be held for review, and I'm going to see whether that's something that I'm going to allow to be shared with my audience or not. Now, you can call this censorship or whatever. That's fine. This, you know, whole thing with, you know, the, you know, about rights, First Amendment, Second Amendment, these are things the Founding Fathers said the U.S. government couldn't do. Not private people and private businesses. You know, you aren't entitled to freedom of speech on someone else's channel. And like I said, the person that went and decided to talk crap about me and say that I said something about Are You Ready For It that I didn't say, they're gone. Permanently. And because I never said that. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a private platform that Google owns, and it's, you know, they have the right to say, okay, this channel's, you know, and that's the thing. The people that said that their First Amendment rights have been violated by YouTube, baloney. I mean, unless they literally, I mean, even if they decided we're not going to allow the content, it's a private platform. The government has nothing to do with it. And most people are just crying because they got demonetized. And you don't have a right to profit from your speech. Where in the Constitution does it say that you have a right to profit from speech. And we're also, and as opposed to the Second Amendment as well, where does it say that you have a right to profit from the purchase and sale of firearms? It doesn't. Anywhere. It doesn't say that. And that's the angle they're going to go, honestly, and with insurance. And Remington already filed for bankruptcy, but another video for another day. Anyway, so are you ready for it? Apologies, first of all, for my sub that went and said that I called you a filthy name. That I did not. Also for making the statement that I hadn't mentioned you when I had. I had forgotten about this, and still continue to do what you do. I very, very much appreciate, I don't know why I had that up, the mention and the work that you do. And honestly, if you can, support her on Patreon. Really do. I don't have it up now. I thought that I did. Oh, wait, I do. Hold on. Seriously, for $3, for $3 measly a month, you know, which is nothing. That's, what is that, 10 cents a day? For a dime a day. You know, you can have access to some of the best videos out there, bar none, from somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. And I would very seriously would like to ask, and I've never asked, I don't think. I mean, I'll have to go back and look, I guess, the way my memory is these days. I don't think I've ever asked anybody to do anything money-wise on any of my videos. Not even for me. You know, I've always said, if you see the ads on my videos and you like them, great. Click. If you don't, skip them. You know, whatever. But that YouTube has done what they've done to her, and I don't know if her channel is demonetized or not, but I would have to believe so because she moved here. You know, is just ridiculous. Because she's really a great voice. She really is. And she and I don't agree on everything, but she's still a very good, honest, decent voice. And the way that she delivers is unique on YouTube and unique in the community. So, like I said, $3 a month. And she's got this KindBox thing. She does some really great work with artificial flowers that if you saw what she did, and she actually did a YouTube video about it, and I forgot about that. I'll try to find the link and I'll put it in the description. That shows what she does. It is incredibly beautiful work. She does these things with orchids that's just amazing. She paints flowers, if you can imagine this. I wouldn't have any idea how she could pull that off, but anyway, 13 minutes. I will let this go, but anyway, really great channel. Apologies to her for the misstatement about not having mentioned her. The guy that had decided to misrepresent me, he's gone. Apologies for him on behalf of the channel. And like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you.